Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. As always, it's me, Olivia Marie. And today we have to have a necessary discussion about hygiene. I know hygiene and our health as a society has been a very hot topic as of late. So I thought I would sit down and discuss with you guys how that affects your makeup routine, how you take care of your makeup, and how you take care of yourself when it comes to putting makeup on your face. I know this might not seem like the most fun and enjoyable content. It might seem a little boring to you guys, but please, before you click off, I really hope you consider watching this video all the way through. This is not just for professionals, it is for makeup lovers and consumers as well. I don't think I have to tell you guys this, but it's important to remind you that I'm not a doctor. I'm not the CDC. If you want more comprehensive information about illness prevention and how to take care of yourself, there's a link down below. They do have the most trustworthy information that you should be following when it comes to hygiene and keeping yourself healthy. Be responsible with where you are getting your information. If you are seeing stuff on the internet, if you're paying attention to the news, something that you're probably hearing a lot of these days is try not to touch your face. But here's the thing about makeup. If you're wearing it, you are touching your face. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about how to disinfect and keep your makeup clean and how to keep your tools clean. And if you are a professional makeup artist, how to keep your clients safe. So let's just jump into it. First, let's talk about why makeup hygiene is important. Makeup is like a breeding ground for bacteria. Makeup is porous, it has moisture in it most of the time, and it goes directly on your face. And your face, of course, includes your eyes and your nose and your mouth. And those are the entryways into your body for bacteria and other viruses and such. If you wanna know more about that, if you wanna know all of the sciences and the different bacterias, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I'm not gonna dive into it because science was actually my worst class in school. I'm not that good at science. So head down to the description box. Again, I have a link from Beauty So Clean, which I'm going to talk about in just a little bit. They have a great article about makeup, why it's important to keep it clean, and all the details of what kind of bacteria and things can happen to your makeup if you don't clean it. So go ahead and read that article as well. First, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, you guys. That is the number one thing you can do to avoid spreading things around, getting people sick, being nasty in general. Wash your hands. You're touching things constantly. This is where all the nasties live. And when you touch your face, all the nasties get on your face and then they get in your mouth and your eyes and your nose, and then the nasties get into your body. It's the only way to guarantee that you are actually really getting stuff off of your hands and rinsing it away. CDC advises that you should wash your hands for at least 20 seconds in order to get them fully clean. And you should definitely wash your hands before doing your makeup, before doing someone else's makeup, and you should wash your hands after. Hand sanitizer is awesome and you should definitely keep it around, especially if you're a professional. Keep that stuff in your kit, but it does not replace washing your hands. That should always be the first thing. That is an absolute 100%. There's no flexibility in this department. You have to do it. There are great products that you can get as far as things to keep in your kit. You can get individual use soap discs. Recommendations will be down below, but you can keep that in your kit in case you're not near a bathroom, you're not on set. If you're out in public, there's no access to a sink, you can get a little water bottle, use this soap to go, and then rinse your hands off. I really love spray hand sanitizers. I feel like I can really get everywhere with it. I also love the ones that smell good, because if you have a client, incorporating nice pleasant smells into your makeup experience is always really great. So I use the EO Organic hand sanitizer. This one smells like peppermint. They have a bunch of different scents. Right now, I know it's kind of hard to get hand sanitizers. I also have a huge thing of just your normal Purell. I keep it in my car. I always advise that you should offer that to your client as well, because just as much as you don't want to get them sick, you don't want them to get you sick. So share the hygiene with everyone around you. Great. Backtracking just a little bit, it is also important, especially if you're pro, to wipe down all of the surfaces around you before you even set up your makeup. I use these ever-spraying multi-surface cleaning wipes, antibacterial. These ones smell nice again. I try to make all of my products smell as good as possible just so everyone is happy. But any sort of multi-surface antibacterial spray or wipe will work. I also wipe down my makeup chair. Pretty much anything I know the client's going to be touching or I'm going to be touching during the process is going to get disinfected. You should also be wiping down all of your makeup components. So if you have like a blush or palettes, you should be wiping those down. Handles of your makeup brushes, again, anything that's being touched constantly by you or someone else should be wiped down. Once I've wiped everything down, I always lay down a hand towel. This goes down on whatever makeup counter I'm working off of so that none of my products are touching directly with the surface. I have a bunch of these and I always at least bring 2 with me to set, 1 to lay down, or if I need to clean something off of my hands real quick, I have an extra hand towel for that as well. Okay, let's talk about alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol is the #1 way to disinfect literally everything, and that goes for your makeup as well. I put it in this little bottle. I need to print a new label for this actually. This is like super worn out, but it says alcohol. Please make sure to label your alcohol no matter what because sometimes people will reach for spray bottles and start spritzing stuff, and the last thing you want to accidentally spritz all over your face is isopropyl alcohol. Now let's talk about percentage. The ideal percentage for alcohol is 70%. 70%. 70%, you don't want to go higher, you don't want to go lower. 70% is the most effective alcohol percentage. Again, I'm not fantastic with science, but I believe it has something to do with how quickly the alcohol evaporates from the surface of whatever it's disinfecting. So something higher than 70% evaporates too quickly. 70% will sit and rest on the product long enough for it to actually be disinfected. Spray everything, any metal tools, you can spray your brushes, it won't ruin your brushes, you can spray any product. I will especially use this for cream products, foundations, cream sticks like lipstick or cream blushes, highlighter sticks, foundation sticks. Those get sprayed with alcohol, and then I always rub the surface off on a paper towel. You can absolutely spray your powder products with alcohol as well. You can spray anything with alcohol, but I personally keep Beauty So Clean in my kit. I think it's just a little more friendly towards products. This is specifically formulated to disinfect makeup. I choose to use this as a professional. This is what I keep in my kit. As a consumer, if you have alcohol in your house already, just part of first aid, it probably makes the most sense for you to use that. Don't spend the extra money on something like this, but this is what I have. This is also the company that I mentioned before that has all the information on keeping your makeup hygienic. So again, check that link. I spray this all over my palettes, all over any powder products. Don't be shy with this stuff. Don't be afraid to really wet your products down with this because it will evaporate. It will leave your products dry, but you wanna make sure it's getting in every little bit and crevice of your makeup because bacteria lives everywhere and anywhere. But spraying down your products, if you are a consumer, I would say if you're very paranoid or germophobic, I'd say after every time you use it. But if you know yourself, you're probably not gonna do that. I'd say weekly or bi-weekly, try to spray things down. But if you share your makeup with anybody else, you should absolutely disinfect it right away. For professionals, you do it every time, always. Before you go to bed, when you wake up, all the time, always. We have talked about this in the past on my channel, but we're gonna talk about it again because guess what? It's important. I don't know what to tell you guys, it's important. Wash your brushes. Wash your brushes. I don't care who you are, what your profession is, how often you use them. You need to wash brushes. Talk about nasty. Talk about bacteria getting all the way in there and living in there and bleh. Please wash your brushes. If you are maybe a little lazy and you know you're not gonna do it often, you can get something like a quick brush cleaner. My favorite, #1 of all time, always in my kit, Cinema Secrets. This is a liquid, fast drying makeup brush cleaner. So what you do with this, you put it in a stainless steel little dish like this. I think this actually came with this. You will pour some in here, dip brushes in there, leave it for a few seconds so it can work and disinfect before wiping it off on a paper towel. And again, it's fast drying, so you can get all of your brushes clean in 10 minutes or less. As great as this stuff is, and as much as I recommend it, it does not replace actually washing your brushes, giving them a good clean with soap and water. I mean, this is like flossing, you guys. I know I can't expect you guys to do it every single day. That's a little ridiculous. As a professional, I need to clean my brushes after every use. Please wash your brushes if you are a normal person once a month or a couple times a month if you can. They really truly can get very gross. They can cause breakouts. They can get you sick. Again, if you're sharing your brushes with anyone, then you should absolutely clean them. To wash my brushes, I use the Sig Magic brush brush shampoo. It's exactly what it sounds like. It is a liquid soap. You can also use dish soap. That's antibacterial. It'll get them really clean, get all the oils out of your brushes. Dr. Bronner's is also a very popular method to clean your brushes. I know professional makeup artists that use Dr. Bronner's to clean their brushes. It's very available, it's inexpensive, comes in a big bottle. A great option. This is more specific to professionals, but you should always try to put products on a palette or your clean, disinfected hand, and never directly onto a client's face or directly onto a brush. You should never be dipping a brush directly into a palette and going straight to a client's face, and vice versa, double dipping, going back and forth. There should always be a little healthy disinfected middleman to keep everyone and everything clean. I know personally as a professional, I do like to use my hand as a palette. I think it warms the products up. I think it makes products apply on people better. So I do like to use my hands. So I have to be extra careful about having clean hands and using hand sanitizer and washing them, etc., etc. Also for pros, you should be using as many disposable things as you can. That is the most hygienic way. I know some people will think that might not be the most eco-friendly, but it's more important to be hygienic. Please don't use beauty blenders if you're a professional. There is absolutely no way to get them 100% clean and disinfected. You can definitely clean them, you can spray them with alcohol, but at the end of the day, you really don't know what's all the way in there in the middle of those things. They're very big, they're very porous, obviously they're sponges. So please don't use beauty blenders. Please use disposable sponges or brushes that you can disinfect and wash. And finally, let's talk about masks because there's a lot of information going around with those as well. I have actually kept masks in my kit for a while. This is not a new thing for me. But if you are sick, if you are very sick, don't go to work. Don't go to work, stay home, keep everyone else healthy. Sometimes canceling because you're sick is hard because you need the money, but it is important to keep people healthy. Not everybody has the immune system that you do. Not everyone can stand getting sick, so you need to think about others and not just yourself. But if you are on set, you're already working and you feel like you're coming down with something, or you sense that your client might be coming down with something, keep masks around. I have this little bag of goodies that I keep in my purse at all times. It has like Advil in it and cough drops and these little wipes that you get at like sushi restaurants. I'm a mom, okay? I like to be prepared, but in here I keep a mask at all time just in case. Masks are to be worn if you are already sick and you're trying to not get people around you sick. You really shouldn't be wearing masks if you are trying to prevent yourself from getting sick. It's actually not really helping your situation at all. I know that was a little bit of a quick rundown, but in the future, if you guys want a more in-depth video on makeup hygiene, makeup kit hygiene for professionals, let me know. I will put it on the list of videos to make. If you have any questions, of course, please comment down below. I will do my best to answer, or as a community, we can give you some information on how to be the most healthy and the most hygienic when it comes to makeup. And if you think I missed anything, please comment down below. I always want to hear what you guys think. If you have any information for me, I'm always open to it. Once again, please read the information that I linked below. It is important. It is good to be educated. Be careful where you are getting your information from. And of course, please like this video. Liking the video helps me out a lot, actually. So please like the video and subscribe. I want you to know every time I upload, so subscribe and hit the notification bell. So all my love to you. Please wash your hands. Wash your hands. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.